And please, everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you all for coming to this city council meeting on Monday, August 10th, 2026. We'll start off with the approval of the agenda for this evening. Does anybody have any modifications? No? All right. Need a motion to approve the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second. And a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, public hearings. We have no public hearings tonight. On the consent agenda, which is extensive here, we have the approval of the minutes from our regular council meeting held on July 14th, 2026. The approval of minutes from the workshop meeting held on July 14th, 2026. Approval of the minutes from the emergency meeting held on July 20th, 2026. Approval of claims to be paid. Approval of a special event permit for the Lee Center Ambulance 5K requested by Jill Steinborn. Approval of resolution number 2026V, a resolution accepting a $500 donation for a lifeguard chair from the Lee Center Fire Relief Association. Approval of resolution number 2026W, a resolution accepting a $1,096 donation for the free swim event from the Lee Center Fire Relief Association. Approval of resolution number 2026X, a resolution accepting a $380 donation for the free swim event from the St. Paul Lutheran Church VBS. Approval of resolution number 2026Y, a resolution accepting a $350 donation for the 250th anniversary celebration from the Lee Center VFW Post 1803. And approval of resolution number 2026Z, a resolution accepting a $1,000 donation for the 250th anniversary celebration from the Lee Center American Legion Post 108. We need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda.
Second.
And a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. All right. Next, we have the public comment. If you have a public comment, please approach the podium. If you have petitions, requests, comments, or communications from general public, please state your name and your address, and try to keep it to a 3-minute time limit. Hi, how are you?
I'm Sean O'Malley. I live at 265 North Cordova Avenue. And I bet you all know exactly why I'm here. Because when you saw my face, because I haven't called or anything. You told me in 2023 to call you through dispatch. I did. You didn't come.
I was at a training.
Huh?
I was at a training up in Grand Rapids. So I called.
The cops came.
I called Tony and Bob, and they got the pumps out because we got the alarm.
There was nobody there at 5:30.
We didn't get the alarm until 5:20.
As soon as the pumps got started, the basement emptied. Did we not know that it was going to rain like that?
You didn't think you were getting 7 inches?
I have screenshots of messages from AccuWeather, like 8 of them, the whole day before. And those pumps took care of it. Not one time has that happened since 2023. You guys are out there, lights are going, everybody's doing great. And wasn't just me. It's not just me on Cordova doing it. My husband left for work that morning at 5:30 and nobody was around those manholes. Nobody. We saw trucks heading out to Rolling Hills. Also, I had to go to the post office that day. I was off work that day and drove back and stopped. And a gentleman, I don't know his name, and he obviously knew mine. I never even introduced myself. I kind of stopped up next to him. I was going to ask him how's it going, whatever. And he told me, he was like, saw my face and was just defensive. Older man, construction shirt, just like my husband wears to work. Gray hair, white hair, mine right here. And he said, you know, this is your fault. Those are his exact words to me. And I'm like, what do you mean? You've got to fix your house. And I said, we will fix our house when the street's done. That's not going to happen for a really long time. And he said, it's groundwater, your own groundwater coming in your house. I said, okay. And why, when you started the pumps up, because I could hear you, within 5 minutes and the cop was there, did it go right down the drain. So I thought, and then he said, and I'm in my car, there's cars behind me. He said, you know, if you ever tried to sell that, you're going to have to pay that money and get that all fixed. We've been through it. And you guys had told us 27, 28, and is when the street would be done, but now I'm hearing not for 8 or 9 more years because it got pushed out.
I can comment on that. Even back in 2023, it's always been 2032. And the reason I know that date so well is 3 weeks into the job, we sat down with the county because it's half the road too. And they said it would be 10 years before that project would be done. So it's always been 2032.
I've got the video, so I can watch that because it was 27, 28 in my notes.
Okay.
And so we have been halting because I mean, we don't have the best house, the best yard. I know that. I don't have a Rolling Hills house. However, my husband works really hard on our landscaping and has for years, like thousands of dollars. We have a sidewalk there made of pavers, brick, what we made our sidewalk out of. All the landscaping is all going to have to come out. Thousands and thousands of dollars. I don't want to do that twice. And so when you guys are doing the street, then that's when we're doing everything. And because you're going to rip up my yard. You guys told me that last time. And I get it. I get it's not your fault either. You weren't here in 1980, whatever. And I wasn't here in 1942 when they built the damn thing and put drain tile. But if it's going to cost me $30,000 and I do that now, who's going to guarantee me, since it's my fault, that that's not going to back up my basement drain anymore? Who's going to sign something telling me that's not going to happen? Is that what you guys are saying? If I spend $30,000 to get that all fixed, those pipes aren't going to fail and come up my drain. Is it?
I don't think that's what anybody's saying because we have no control over what the weather does to us and how fast that water comes in. I know they got out there as fast as they could by phone calls and trying to help. I mean, but when water's coming that fast from all over the area, that's just flowing into one drain. I mean, that's hard to predict. You said you got a bunch of things the day before. I didn't get it, and I get
flooding in the center all over. It was on the news. It was on like across the bottom.
And I feel for you. I do. I just and even if we fix, not if, when Cordova gets done, can we guarantee you that's gonna save every basement on that road? I can't tell you that.
It's
I
not
mean-
just mine.
No, I mean, when we did when Lexington had that too, and I don't know if anybody they get water too. I don't know.
People that have never gotten water got water. Connie and Rich did spend 30
But-
grand. And they coming up theirs. So it's just gonna happen, I get it, but it's not my fault. I didn't do this. And
No, you didn't. Rain
my
did it.
drain
The
water
water,
for
Mother Nature did it.
the last 3 years, it's been great. Not a drop in my basement. Not a drop. And then this happens, fills right up, and it just kind of, it was a shit show after that. Telling me, hey, I need to do it now, and I don't even know who that person is, to be honest with you, but that wasn't, what the heck? I didn't come up and start yelling at you. I came up to ask how it was going. And tell me it was my fault, that it's coming in basements. Not my fault. I don't even know what drain tile is. And I wish it didn't get pushed out. I will find the video, I'll get the transcript. And I also need to, we have a lot of stuff that got molded. Mostly baby stuff, and we need to be able to put it in the trucks. Now it is like furniture, baby furniture and toys and shit like that, but do I have to break it apart and put it in blue bags, or can I just?
I'm sure our city workers will help you with that.
I just put it on the curb, 'cause it's gross.
Yeah, put it on the curb, we'll come grab it.
Okay, well, I just wanted to be sure that you guys knew it did come in my basement. Got photos, could be police report. The cop guy showed up, very nice guy, was dumbfounded when he walked in my basement. Like, he just went, oh my God, and then, I'm like, no. So somebody saw it.
Twice, I talked to you. So,
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to any other, what? Moving on to anybody else in the audience? Any public comment? Any other? No? All right. Moving on to presentations for this evening. No presentations. Moving on to old business, library remodel and expansion update. There someone here that is going to present that, or is that update from you?
I can give you an update.
Okay.
You know, as we've been talking over the past months, we were kind of, with the steering committee at a fork in the road. There's conversations about obviously expanding into the old police department and then the conference room. And then there was also some entertaining, you know, if the funding is available, do they want to do a new stick build? That smaller committee broke off after our last workshop meeting last month. They voted and they would like to pursue just doing the remodel and expansion, what we were calling option B, which was again to go into the police department and the conference room. So that's kind of an update of where they would like to go. I did put a request in to Dana to get a service proposal of what that would look like. We do have that. This went to the attorney and we had a couple of questions, and I think this came out Thursday morning and I put it in the packet, so not a lot of time to get any back and forth on there. But we did have a couple of questions that we wanted to see if we could get shored up, because what the architects are looking at doing is what Attorney Moran and I thought they were doing is kind of a turnkey service with architectural design, but also with the bidding components of that. So we wanted to firm up with them on what the competitive bidding requirements and what they were going to furnish for us. I haven't heard anything back from them. So likely, I'm just going to recommend that we table this proposal tonight, and then Attorney Moran and myself will continue to work with WIDSEF to get some follow-up and kind of get that nailed down for a revised proposal at the next month's meeting. But in the meantime, the ask was from the library committee, since they've raised their funds on their end, is to do the, pay for the architectural, services and the scope of services that's kind of laid out, within this proposal. So that, for that fee, it's roughly for engineering and bidding and construction administration and kind of doing the whole thing, 7%. And at our last meeting, for the remodel was about 440,000, so that's roughly 30,000 for the architectural fees on that.
Correct me, or not correct me, but refresh my memory. That 440, is that with the contingent fees, or not fees?
Yep, that was with contingent and soft costs and everything else built into that. And again, that's just an estimate. I'm sure when we start getting into these design elements, you know, that number obviously with construction documents get firmed up.
Mhm.
But that was kind of the Dana's going rate of what he felt comfortable and kind of saying on a square footage basis in a remodel, approximately 440.
Mhm.
So that just is really just a starting point. But again, this is kind of a rework from that initial schematic design for the initial go around. Because now with the conference room being available, that's, I think the expansion committee wants to change around a lot of the initial things that they had, because now the space is different. So it's really back to the drawing board with that group to look at our as-built and to see, you know, what use and what do they want to see for a library expansion, and then start there.
Okay.
So myself and Attorney Moran will firm up this language. What we mainly want to do, we can read it one way, but we want to get firmed up the bidding and what they mean by that, because the competitive bidding requirement for a city is quite substantial. So we just want to make sure what they're saying here is what we're going to be getting before we sign anything. So we'll continue to work on that. So for tonight, I would just recommend that we just table this topic till the next meeting.
Okay. We need a motion for that?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to table the library model, the WITSEF proposal till our next meeting.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, under new business, professional design service proposal from, sorry, so that was under new business. I apologize. You went through both of them, didn't you?
Yeah, we kind of moved on.
Sorry about that.
We're on 9.
Under new business B, proposal for adult basic education classroom space for in the Lee Center City Hall. This was for the back room needs, correct, as well?
Yes, and interestingly enough, we just talked about, you know, potential of doing a library expansion in there, but Lane with the community's activity with the school came to me, and right now they're in the primary building for these adult basic education classes, and it sounds like with some HVAC issues in the primary building, they're looking for alternative classroom space. They did visit this and they determined that it would work. I did let them know that if this library thing goes through, I don't have a timeline, but it's a potential that you know, we would start construction on it if approved, and they would lose the space. They were fine with that. Just sounds like they want to get something going for this school year to get a couple of these. Sounds like the class sizes range from 3 to 6 individuals to kind of do these programs that they offer. You know, get like a GED or ESL, citizenship preparation, workforce skills, that type of thing for a small group of students.
Haven't they done the GED in here in the past?
They might have. That would have definitely been before my time, but quite possible.
I mean, I think I remember when I was working, that I'd come in the evening or whatever, and they'd have a few in here for GED class, or maybe GED prep or something. Yeah, GED prep.
That's what they're looking for. Why it's here and there's a proposal is that when we initially had that space available, you know, that was not for, you know, running school classes out of there necessarily. So I said, give me a proposal and we'll vet it out in front of council to think if that's something that they want to do. Obviously, there would be no monetary value for renting the space. They run it pretty tight as is on just what their administrative costs are. So there's really, they indicated there's, no movement for rent money or something like that. But pretty good proposal. It kind of spells out what the needs are and the enrollments and
And they're fully understanding of the library project comes through, that they get full.
Well, I believe we need a motion to approve this, correct?
I'll make a motion to approve the adult basic education classroom space in city.
Second.
A motion, a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay. All right, moving on to reports of departments and organizations. We have planning and zoning, Corey Block.
Not much of an update from me, about the only P and Z update is more of a Dan James and EDA update. Still working on development, land, financing and all that good stuff, so. I don't have any other updates from P and Z.
House is coming along fine up here.
Got a garage.
Saw that.
The windows and siding are back ordered right now, or at least the windows are.
Okay.
So he's just leaving it wrapped until the windows come in.
Looks like they're framing up for cement work.
Yep.
I drove by today.
Yep. He needs to get his sewer figured out, which will determine how much yard, how much stream maybe gets torn up.
Okay. Anything else for Corey?
You mentioned street torn up. Do they pay for that then, for repairs?
Yep. They're gonna have to tear up a portion of the street to begin with, the water, right? The curb stop apparently functions, but water doesn't come out of it when it's in the on position. So I think they know that the curb stop turns.
This stuff is fine, that's new. If it's probably somewhere in the copper line or right at the court, that's the main.
They like their water bill. Keeps it cheap.
All right. Anybody else? All right.
Thanks,
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Moving on to the liquor store report, Ms. sorry, Danier.
I wrote it on the agenda.
I know you did.
Good evening.
Have it.
Our July 2026 sales were $107,555.50. Our June gambling was $5,346.04. Our July CNN sales were $359.35. Below that, you can see our revenue sources for July. And a few things in July, we had some more weddings that we did, and then we had the 250th celebration that we were a big part of. That went over really well. Coming up in August, we have the Lee Sewer County Fair. Sunday, August 30th, we have Somer Karaoke. He'll be coming back monthly for the fall, winter, and spring. And then we'll also start up our monthly pepper tournaments and horse racing in September.
The pepper tournaments and horse racing, are those gonna be on like designated Saturdays or something like that?
Right
Like-
now, the pepper tournaments will be the second Saturday of every month. I still have to talk with a few gentlemen from the fire department about the horse racing and meat raffles, so.
Second Saturday every month.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Anything else for Becky?
No.
All right. Thank you, Becky. All right. Chief, police report, Chief Huber.
Not here.
Sick, you said. Did he state anything there for you?
Nope, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Report that was provided.
If you do have any questions, please reach out to,
I got one, Dan, I think Dan will know. How's the hiring process with after the background or tentative start date?
We don't have one yet. We're waiting for psychological evaluation appointment to go through, and then after that, we've got all our things done, and then we'll get uniforms and then get a start date. So hopefully we know something soon.
all right. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to Chief Huber. All right, we have Public Works report. Mr. Steinborn, how we doing? Good, good.
Also, good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
The chip seal project happened last Wednesday. everything went well. Pearson's will be back, August 17th, do the final sweep up for those streets. And as of Friday, July 31st, we had that 7+ inches of rain. So we got a text at 5:20 in the morning that we had a high level alarm. I called Bob and Tony, got the pumps out. We put one at Rolling Hills and the other one at Washington and Cordova. Started bypassing the sewers. They did go down quickly. But we had to keep bypassing at Cordova until 11. And then at that lift station, I got back from my training. I stuck around till 7:15 that night, and we kept bypassing the lift station till then. We did everything to what we had planned out, with the 3 years ago or whenever that last big rain event happened. So I don't know how we could have done anything different. The guys did a good job, in my opinion. We just have a lot of water coming in. With 7 inches of rain, there's not a whole lot we can do without having the pumps in, sitting there waiting to go. But we didn't know we were getting 7 inches, so.
Well, and you had to have at least 3 inches in about an hour.
Oh, from whenever it started till when we started pumping, it was came down in sheets. Yep, I don't want anybody to back up, so we try to do our best. Picnic tables showed up, we got them put together. They're out at.
A lot of good compliments out there.
They
Good
look
job.
really nice.
Yep.
We had 8 out there, we got 9, so we put one at the gazebo at the pool park.
Good.
Other than that, I don't have anything unless you have some questions.
No, how's the recycling and everything going up there?
Well, same.
It's the same?
Saw a swimming pool thrown in there the other day, or,
I know. It's hard to see them on the cameras. They're up there at night.
Do they have a triangle on it?
no, no.
All right. Any other questions? Nope. All right. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Pool report, Miss Dinwiddie, not here tonight. Did she have any notes for you? Nope. If you look at the pool report for July, totals to date, to be honest with you, that number is, I believe, very pleasing. Because we still got August yet, that'll be turned in there. So I think it's looking really good comparative to anything else that we've had over the years.
When is the last day? Does anybody know?
This weekend right before the fair.
She's having the dog swim again up there,
Yeah.
correct?
Potty.
The what?
Potty.
Potty. The potty.
We
I
had
like it.
3 different organizations donate for free swims this year too.
We did, yep, that's part of those plethora of, anytime the city
Donations.
takes in donations, we do a resolution for it.
Awesome.
So that was good. Did she say how many kids were up there for the 250th when we did that free swim?
She didn't tell me, no.
All right. Thank you. All right, moving on to administrator's report. Administrator Evans.
Yeah, so, my favorite thing happened with IT, and this is just an ongoing issue, is we have Civic Plus for our website, and unfortunately, the application that we onboarded 2 years ago has reached a sunset date of next year, because it was bought out by another IT vendor, which is pretty standard. And so now we have to, myself and Tara have to go through the process of kind of redesigning the site again, getting trained again on a totally new platform and kind of starting over from scratch. It's really kind of a bad deal, because, you know, we've gotten used to the new website in the last 2 years and can run it and know how to do it. And then now here we have to, are forced to switch, and we have to go through a project manager again. Everything has to get migrated, and then switch over, and then Tara and I have to get trained up again. So just one of those unfortunate IT things, and we're dealing with it now, going from LETG to Pro Phoenix for the police system next year. But that's kind of an unfortunate thing, but I just kind of let you guys know that we'll be working towards that in the coming months. So likely at some point you'll see a little bit different design. They can't get it exactly how we had it, but we'll try to get it close, because again, that wasn't that old for a website design. And then the other part is, we had, Jim Gromberg, kind of touch on some EDA, matters at the chamber, meeting that they had last Wednesday, and he is gonna be one of their keynote speakers at the luncheon, in a couple months to come. He kind of just wanted to introduce himself and, talk about some business retention ideas and a couple of things that, the EDA has been, working on, over the last several months, and commented on the survey a little bit, just kind of an overall encompassing, where we're at, and introducing new bylaws and our revolving loan fund and microloan. So just kind of getting the information out, and it was very well, received by a couple of the chamber, members, who were there, just to kind of get an idea of what was going on. You know, one of the couple of takeaways there is that we need to, you know, tailor a plan specifically, you know, for the city of La Center, and start talking about, you know, finalizing our plans and moving on to doing our comprehensive plan update that we've always talked about. So, it was just kind of a good little meeting that we had there.
Good. Good. It was good seeing him in that meeting. I mean, I wasn't in the meeting, but I stepped in and was there. It was good to see him talking there. All right. Any questions for City Administrator Evans? All right, moving on to Leesburg County Commissioner updates. Commissioner Preisler, how you been?
Great. Mayor and Council, I keep this pretty brief and really just talk mostly about one thing. First of all, I know last.
One thing?
Oh, yeah, said mostly about it. First, I know at the last meeting I talked about the paid family leave, and they did make the decision to keep it at the 0.88%, so it won't be going up in 2027. So that's good news from a budget standpoint. Then moving to budget. So we're about 3/4 of the way through meeting with all the departments in the county as far as having budget work sessions, no different than what you had before your meeting today. And from a standpoint of budget for 2027, I think we're going to have really good news. Okay? Where we're at so far, for a levy for next year will be below the rate of inflation. And so we're looking, I can't give you a specific number, but we're probably looking somewhere kind of in that high 2s, maybe as high as 3, but somewhere in the high 2s. And then obviously still we're final back in December, just like you're going to have to do. So there are a couple of things that got us to that. One is that I know in previous meetings I talked to you about some of the shifts that have come from either the federal government or state government. And we started planning some of those into our budgets, not just this year, but also last year. And so that way it doesn't come as a complete shock. Some of you may have seen in the news some counties that are working through their 2027 budget that are looking at huge increases, or that is just depends on when you wanted to try and plan that into your budget. Do you want to ease into it or just wait? And so some of those great big numbers you're seeing from some other counties are mostly because they just chose to wait. The other thing is that we had a couple of pieces of debt come off, and we have nothing in the works for the next 5 years or so where we have any need to borrow money. And so we'll have the ability to keep paying debt off as we look at the next 5 years or so. So to me, that's good news. And anytime in kind of the inflationary time that we're in right now, that you can have a budget that's less than that, I think that's a success. So hopefully that's where we end up, but I think we're close enough to the end here where we're going to be pretty close within that. And then the last thing, and that is just an update on roads. So the roundabout at 13 and 99, still on schedule. Talked to MnDOT last week, and so they're on schedule to be done on the end of this month. And so that will be nice to have that done before school starts. Otherwise, that creates some issues for school buses in some of those areas. And our county projects are all on schedule, and 7 is pretty much done except putting the fog lines on. They'll do that after they're done with 2. 2 is the one that goes east of Cleveland, because that way the company will come back and just do the fog lines on both of them at the same time. And so 2 should be done kind of in that early-ish September range is what the schedule is there. And so we have some right too many issues. Plus, there's no detours there. You can still drive on it while they're doing the construction. There just may be some pace cars. We got most of the first lift on it. There's got to be the second lift and shouldering and all sorts of things like that yet. That is it. Any questions anyone has? All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Commissioner.
I just want to say congrats to the group that organized the library fundraiser.
That was fun.
Mr. Mayor, you were there, you were emceeing it. It was a really fun evening, and just congrats to the folks involved with that and stepping up and doing all that work. It was just it was a fun event.
It was great. I loved it. All right, thank you, Commissioner. All right, moving up to Lee Sewer County Fair Board. I think it's Nancy. How you doing, Ms. Stoff?
I'm doing well, and I want to thank the committee for the wonderful firework display.
It was awesome.
Lloyd and
wasn't
I came over, we live over Cleveland, and it was tremendous. It was just worth,
it? People were parked everywhere.
yes, they
It was
were.
awesome.
It,
It was awesome.
whoever you had do it did a very, very fine job. In fact, one time I thought it was a finale, and it wasn't. There was such a good big burst of fireworks. 11 days to go.
And that committee did a great job with
They
that.
did.
Becky was part of that, right? And
Yep.
Nidianda and Dr. Small, yep, and Jamie Erickson.
I don't know who doesn't like fireworks, and they're expensive. You don't get to have them very often, so thank you very much.
They did a very good job with that.
Yes. Okay, 11 days to go till I get to put on my sweet corn feed. I sent an email to Seneca Foods this morning, making sure that they'll be good to go. I do a dozen sack lunches for the pre-graders. They go out at dark and they pick us a pickup truckload of corn. They husk it, bag it, box it. We just have to go over and pick it up. It's all good to go. When my cooker Dave Volko comes from Nicollet, just have to pop it in the water and cook away, and it's probably the best corn. Just love having it as a great way to start our fair.
And what day is the sweet corn feed?
It's Thursday, August 20th. You can come through as many times as you want. Okay, on Sunday, we had a crew up at the fair and we spiffed up the grounds, did a lot of weed whacking, opened the buildings, getting ready for the fire department to come and spray them out. So we're good to go. I think it's tomorrow we have 4-H come and we'll put up pens and get things progressing quite nicely for August 20th. The carnival rides are already here, which is good. We know they're going to show up, and it really helps to have a carnival at a fair. The years with COVID when we had to do the bouncy houses, they just weren't as much fun as having the real rides. I'm wondering if Dan has his tractor ready for the tractor pull. He's been really good about participating in the events, and it's really kind of fun to watch him perform. I want to thank Dave Preisler and the Commissioner Board for helping us put on our great county get-together. Financially, it is a big endeavor. When I first got on the board 35 years ago, one of the commissioners didn't want to support the fair. They wanted us to go raise all the money to put the fair on. And there was just no way that we can do that without the support, and the commissioners have just been fantastic in helping us put on a nice event. To me, it's important having a good, wholesome family thing in between 4-H, and I think what the events and the bands, whatever that we have attend our fair, it's good. It's just a good thing. It's clean. There's not a lot of that you can say about nowadays, and I think we do a good job. This is my last fair. I've been on the board for 35 years. If anybody would like to take my spot, elections are in November. And they'll be posted on Facebook and on the fair website, but I'm 77 and I don't want to be on when I'm 80, and it's a 3-year term. So this is it. It's been a good ride for me. I've loved every minute of it. One time I got in so deep I didn't think I could get out, but we get more people that help, volunteers, more board members that want to get involved, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. So this is what I have. You'll find the brochures. I know at Cleveland, I put them in the post office, and I'm sure they have them here around town, and just take a scan. And Phil, wrestling is Saturday from 3
I
until
just got my
5.
knee fixed too, so I'm ready to go.
There you go. I went to Cleveland's on Saturday. It was cheesy, but it was a lot. So thanks, everybody.
One, just a question, and this is more personal, I guess, for my daughter. She's doing some art stuff and she needs to enter it in. It's not through 4-H,
That's fine.
but when is that? Is that tomorrow or next Tuesday?
See here, it's gonna be in the Creative Arts Building,
Yep.
and they judge that night, because after they drop it off, I know they judge that night.
Oh, okay.
So,
I just thought you might know off the top of your head. If you don't, that's
top of my
fine.
head, no, because
I can look it up too. Not a big deal. And if this is your last year,
Yeah.
I believe you said this about 7 or 8 years ago. I have a feeling you'll be back next year.
I'll be back as a volunteer,
Mm.
but I will not be back as a director. I just don't,
I don't know. I see a lot of love in your eyes for this.
I have a passion for it.
Oh, you do?
I admit that, but, no, I just don't.
You do a great job, though.
Thank you very
You do.
much.
You really do a good job.
It's
Well, thank you so much. I
you.
appreciate it, Nancy. Moving on to other business. Anybody have any council reports from any meetings or anything you've been a part of? Nothing?
Nope.
All right. Just a note here, City Hall will be closed on Monday, September 7th in observation of Labor Day. So like everything else, either get your stuff done before or after. I'll entertain a motion.
To adjourn the meeting.
There you go.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye.